Can you publicly acknowledge that you did lose the 2020 election?
Let me just go on. If you look at True the Vote, they found millions of votes on camera, on government cameras, where they were stuffing ballot boxes. So with all of that, I think it's a shame that what happened. I think it's a very sad thing for our country. I think it's a very sad thing, frankly, for the world.
The person who was at the Capitol that day, as you know, was your vice president, Mike Pence, who says that you endangered his life on that day.
I don't think he was in any danger.
Mr. President, do you feel that you owe him an apology?
No, because he did something wrong. He should have put the votes back to the state legislatures, and I think we would have had a different outcome. What kind of a woman meets somebody and brings him up, and within minutes you're playing hanky-panky in a dressing room, okay? I don't know if he was married then or not. John Johnson, I feel sorry for you, John Johnson.
Mr. President, can I
think of it.
Lord have mercy. Given that this is Donald Trump and all the lies, the hate all around, staying on our nation and his administration was, and many were upset with CNN for giving the former president this kind of platform. And here's a screen grab in case you want the shorthand recap of what President Donald J. Trump said. Trump's comments, he continued attacks on the 2020 election, calling it a shame and rigged. He said E. Jean Carroll's civil rape trial was a fake story, referred to her as a whack job, called moderator Kaitlan Collins a nasty person, complimented Russian President Vladimir Putin, calling him a smart guy, refused to side with Ukraine, defended keeping classified documents at Mar-a-Lago, said he had every right to do it, push Republicans to default if they don't get massive cuts on debt ceiling deal, knowing the hell, rain, fire that will happen to this country. And lastly, said he was inclined to pardon some January 6th rioters. This cheat sheet, if you will, this snapshot is coming from MSNBC. Various critics from Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez to Joe Scarborough voiced their displeasure with CNN for allowing Trump to spew his repeatedly debunked lies. Take a look at this.
No surprises, and yet it was a disgraceful performance. This isn't Putin's Russia. This is Trump's slice of America. And what I saw last night, at least, was as chilling as anything I've seen on television since January the 6th.
I know you said earlier that you will not comment on the platforming of such atrocious disinformation, but I would. I think it was a profoundly irresponsible decision. I don't think that I would be doing my job if I did not say that. And what we saw tonight was a series of extremely irresponsible decisions that put a sexual abuse victim at risk, that put that person at risk in front of a national audience, and I could not have disagreed with it more. It was shameful.
Well, indeed. Your thoughts, Sharon?
It looked like Senator Kim Jong-un production. It looked like Kim Jong-un was the executive producer. It was propaganda in the highest form. I thought I heard a laugh track. I know the audience, that was rigged. The audience was rigged in Trump's favor, okay? It was so disgusting. And I kept thinking to myself, well, this program's not gonna wrap up. It's gonna drop off, go to black any second. Because I thought all those anonymous sources inside CNN who were just so upset with Don Lemon, the accused misogynist, right? They were so upset and they just couldn't work around a misogynist who's terrible to women. And yet 5 seconds after he's minted a sexual abuser and he owes somebody $5 million, he might have to pay her too.
And the point you made about Don Lemon, Lord have mercy. And Don was challenging somebody, this dude who gonna tell a black man when and where and how black people got free in this country. I mean, he dressed that dude down, and it was very curious to me. Shortly after that, he's fired, on top of everything else that you just said about them saying that he's misogynist and all of that. But they ain't got a problem. You know why? Because Donald J. Trump drives ratings. Let's just get to the bottom of this. Whether you love him or hate him, the man is a ratings magnet. So we just gonna put that out there. And that is why he got so much earned media. That's the term we use in the business. When he ran in 2016, like billions of dollars worth of it, because he drives ratings. And some of these folks are more concerned with that than they are about making sure that the American people get the truth. That's the facts. And so whether it's CNN or MSNBC or Fox, you name it, Donald J. Trump is a money-making machine for these major networks. Now that's the truth right there. Now CNN has long warned us about the dangers of Trump, even after his presidency. Yet at a time when he's perhaps maybe the most dangerous, knowing full well what they were getting into, they give this man the megaphone. Now, Mehdi Hasan of MSNBC wrote an op-ed after the town hall, and this is what Mehdi put out there. They learned nothing and forgot nothing. These famous words have been attributed to the 19th century French diplomat Talleyrand, supposedly in reference to the Bourbon dynasty that replaced Napoleon. But he could have been referring to CNN in the age of Donald Trump. Woo-wee, Mehdi. Now, looking back on the 2016 election, the network's former chief, Jeff Zucker, admitted that it was a mistake for CNN to have run Trump rallies, live and uninterrupted, and to have allowed him to say outrageous things or say things that weren't true. This is Mehdi continuing. Yet Wednesday night, 7 years on from the car crash coverage, CNN and CEO Chris Licht offered the twice impeached and newly indicted ex-president, who was also found liable of defamation and sexual abuse just this week, another live primetime platform to once again say outrageous things or say things that weren't true. Sorry, but as predicted, this was a clear win for Trump. He felt no pressure and conceded nothing. He was welcomed on the CNN to address an audience of non-Republicans watching at home and an audience of loyal Republicans sitting in the hall. Sharon called that out in New Hampshire. Win-win. And CNN top executives defended the town hall. Check out this headline, no surprise there. CNN defends Trump town hall after massive backlash. Tough, fair, and revealing. Network insists even event demonstrated its, quote, responsibility to hold the powerful to account. What's there to reveal? How was it tough? I mean, Trump is a line in that atmosphere. They you know what? We just done with it, Sharon. We done said everything we done had to say about this. They did it, and that's what it is. I don't know if they care about the backlash or not.